So having our weekly catch up with George Alakobi, and let's start by rewinding the clock back to last Saturday. What a great win, 4-0 win against Eastleigh in the FA Trophy. It was a great afternoon for the club.
Yeah, that was a fantastic performance by us, by the group, by our players, and also great support by our fans. It was important that wherever we go, we try and leave it all out on the pitch, and the boys left it all out on the pitch. Some fantastic goals from us. To actually see how hard the boys worked through that week for it to end up the way it did. That was the reward for all the hard work throughout the week in terms of our training preparations. So it was a brilliant day for the club. But we've put that to bed now, and our focus straight up tend to Oldham Athletic.
Move on to that in just a second, of course. And the draw happened on Monday. Barnet came up in there, the highest ranked team in the competition. How do you see that one? What was your reaction to that draw?
Just another game for us. It's just another game for us. Names don't play football. It's 11v11 on the pitch, and it's a good draw for us. You want to be competing against the best teams, and when that time comes, then we'll prepare right for Barnet. We'll give them all the respect they deserve and they need, and then we'll come up with a tactical game plan for Barnet. But for now, it was all about focusing on for our next game, which is against Oldham. And if I told you I was waiting for that draw, I'm lying, because I wasn't. Honestly, that the job was done the Saturday, and we was focusing on Oldham Athletics straight away.
And of course tomorrow, long journey for us and for the supporters, and it takes us to one of your forward teams as well. How much are you looking forward to returning to Boundary Park?
Again, it's a place I know well. It's not about me. It's not the homecoming for George Alakobi. We're there to try and do the job on the day. Obviously, it would be nice to see a few good friends up there, and the fans that I had such a good relationship with, the entire football club. Obviously, it's good to come in a different capacity, not playing, but bringing a Maidstone side there to compete and showcase ourselves as a football club. But yeah, Boundary Park, I have fond memories there, and yeah, it's good to go back there. But it's not my occasion. We are there for business. We're there to do a job and to try and compete with our preparations this week for Oldham.
So let's again look back at the week that's just gone. There's been a few personnel changes. If we start with those that have left in Haddy Gandor, Christy Patterson. Obviously, you played alongside them last season. You've managed them for the last 5 or 6 weeks. Your message about those two individuals?
Well, I'll start with Haddy Gandor. Fantastic young man that gives us all every single day in training, and look for the opportunity to try and get some minutes on board. He's probably scored a winner for us to clinch promotion here, and it was unfortunately he suffered a lot of injuries this season, where the starting place for him and also playing him in his rightful position, which is the striking role as a striker. He wants to play down the middle. Those chances have been limited because of the form Jack Barham is in this season and how hard he's been working. And Hadi has been patiently waiting for some game time. And when I came in, I've given everyone a clean slate, and he was no different to the players here. But a fantastic servant for this football club, and we wish him all the very best with his next adventure. We didn't want to keep the players here or Hadi here if he's not going to be getting minutes. This is how open and honest I am with the players here. So I look at the squad, and we evaluate the squad with not just myself, but with the management team. We speak and we look at what areas we can strengthen, and it came to a point where Hadi felt a change was good for him to obviously pursue his footballing journey elsewhere, and that came mutually with the club. I wish him well. Hadi is still a former teammate, but also a very, very good, humble young man, and he's got plenty of plenty of time ahead of him in his footballing journey. Touching on Christy Patterson, Christy, obviously, just like Hade, I've played with Christy when I was still playing. But to be able to manage him and try to help him improve in his game has been a good last 5 weeks since we came in, and he's giving everything for this football club. Christie's one was a little bit difficult because he's got some personal decisions to make, and it came to the point where he had to make those decisions and spoke to the chief exec, B. Williams, and myself, and we came to the best advice was obviously to help him as much as we could to make sure wherever he ends up, he's enjoying his football again and improving as a young man. But we thank Christy for his contributions. He's one of those impact players that will come on and get our fans off their seats. He'll try to make things happen for us.
We certainly do. We'll definitely echo your sentiments there. Earlier today, we've announced that Mamadou Jobe, you've obviously spoken to Cambridge, and they've given you the green light to extend that deal until the end of the season. You must be delighted about that.
Very delighted. Mamadou is a player that we chased for a very, very long time, and we finally got him in. But also, is to see how much he's enjoying his football for a young man. He's got a big future ahead of him. When I spoke to Cambridge, it was about to help him out, develop as a player, to bring him in, but also contribute in his development phase at this stage of his career. He's got a big future ahead of him, but he's a humble young man and a very, very good footballer. Long may that continue. So, on behalf of myself and Maidstone, we want to thank Cambridge again for listening and trusting us as a football club to look after one of theirs. And again, we'll look after Mamadou as best as we can and manage him right here under my leadership. So I'm really, really delighted he's here with us till end of the season.
So there's Mamadou at that stage of his career. Another person you brought in, more than 350 appearances across non-league and the Football League as well. A lot of that time in League One. Mark Marshall, how did that one come about?
Well, from when, again, Zach had been keeping close tabs on Mark Marshall to ensure that we don't miss the opportunity to get him in when obviously we heard he's been let go by Crawley. So we got him in straight away to have a look. He's been training with us for the last 2 weeks. We like to make sure we get the players in so we can vet on them. If you put it that way, we can have a microscope on them, and it's not just he brings a wealth of experience with him, but yes, he's still very much in good shape, looks after himself, and also it's about showing and helping the younger players at Maidstone United Football Club, where he's got that presence of a player of that caliber that's obviously played so many games in the Football League, and again, it's another exciting player that will hopefully get our fans off their seat, and he's not, I would like to say young, but in football terms, he's a top man. How he approaches training every single day, to actually see at his age, in terms of his experiences in the game, how many games he's played, still staying out and doing extra work, wanting to improve himself. You can really respect that from a player, but also from the man. It tells you why he's played so many games in his career. But a fantastic addition to our squad. He's going to add value to our squad, both on the pitch and off the pitch. So I'm delighted to get this one over the line.
And for those that are travelling to Boundary Park tomorrow, and we thank you very much for doing that, a new face in the dugout with you, alongside you tomorrow, that of Craig Fagan. How did that one come about?
Obviously, again, Craig is someone I've known. He's a former teammate of mine from all the way back in 2004. The history started there with my friendship with Craig. We are both winners, including the backroom staff I've got. So when Gifting left, it was about getting the right personnel through the door, not rushing into any decision makings. Spoke to the management team. We knew what sort of coach we wanted to attract to Maidstone United Football Club, and one that can come in and help us out, and also add value to the management team. And Craig brings a good wealth of experience. He's been at places like Southend, an assistant manager there, under 23s coach, but also they pulled out the great escape with Welling last season to keep Welling in the National League South at the last game of the season. So Craig is someone that I know is a close friend of mine, but also on the coaching side, he's a very, very good coach, and that's how I value it. If anyone was to come in, I want to try and bring individuals that will add value to what we've already got here at Maidstone United Football Club. So that's how Craig came about. So I'm delighted to have him on board, and we are delighted as a management team to have Craig on board, and hopefully he can help not just myself but the entire football club, and especially our players who seem to be enjoying themselves at this moment in time.
George, a very comprehensive roundup of the last 7 days. Thanks for your time as always. Good luck tomorrow, and we'll speak to you again after the game. Thank you.